This is the Pumpkin King doing a local consultation. Kim's doing a great job. Now that the flowers are coming out, you have tap roots that are coming down, shooting below the vine. And these tap roots need to go into the soil. You can use that mycorrhizal, which makes it multiply, and you can build it up with a little bit of compost. And we put it over the top layer. We mix it in with some of the dirt. And what we want to do is we want to water the areas where the vines are. You can put a little flag just so you know where the tap roots came down. So when you water the base of the plant, that's good, but you need the power from these random roots that come out, usually at the V part of a vine.
So yeah, that's wonderful. I didn't know that.
Yep. And so what we're going to do now is we're just going to pollinate real quick.
So exciting!
So you've got some good flowers here. So what we're going to do is, if you want to zoom in over here,
Okay.
we're going to cut a male flower out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to see all that pollen in there. If you want to zoom in, look at this nice pollen. So we're going to take the petals off. Okay. This is some good pollen. Yeah, this is fun. Okay.
It's so exciting.
Okay, I'm going to peel this off. It's inside here. And if you want, you see all that nice little crunchy pollen. And we're going to rub this all along. And then I want you to do this as well. Oh, what a beautiful flower this is.
Look at this. So he's pollinating.
Okay, you see how the pollen rubbed off? So you want to get a little pollen on each of the lobes. Okay, you see here, look at, oh my God, is this good pollen? Okay, you get a little pollen, you rub on the lobes. Okay, you put it in the middle there.
So this is exactly what, like, bees and different things do.
Yeah, the bees will do this, but you don't want to trust the bees because they're going to go to other flowers and bring other pollen, and they're going to cross-pollinate, and then this will guarantee you. Very nice. Now, if you want to be extra sure, you can grab another male plant and you can do it twice. You got to look for something that blossomed that came out this morning. This came out this morning. Okay, so we're going to...
Oh my goodness.
Look at that. There's usually 10 male flowers to 1 female flower.
Okay,
There's a lot more males than females.
That makes sense.
And we're going to do the same thing. Okay.
Oh yeah.
See the pollen, how it's falling down here? This is good pollen. Loads of pollen on it now. This could be your 500-pound pumpkin here.
So I ended up getting the seed from Justin, the Pumpkin King, and he's doing this for our fairy garden.
And now what we're going to do is we are going to tie up the tip of the flower.
Okay.
Now there's different methods. You can put a Dixie cup over it, or you can tie the top. Okay. Tying the top pretty much ensures that a bee will not get in.
You just basically
so
close it.
we are going to close it. You want to hold that there?
Sure.
Right there? Perfect. And we're going to go ahead, we're going to tie it up. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So that's good.
Look at that.
So look at
everyone.
that.
Like a little sack.
Now look underneath. This bulb in about 1 or 2 days is going to start to blow up. Now there's a taproot growing here. So what I would actually do, and it'll make a little bit of a mess, is I would actually take this panel off and I would have the dirt come down over the gravel because this pumpkin is going to break the vine off once it gets bigger. You have 2 taproots. You have a nub coming out over here.
How about just putting a planter right here underneath it?
It really needs to go on the ground.
Okay.
You don't need to do it too much. You can do it up until the edge.
Okay.
And then you could let the rest kind of roam on the grass just to get the leaves. So what you're going to do is you're going to actually cut this blossom off because you only want to have 1 or 2 female plants. You don't want more than 2 because it's going to take up all the nutrients for all the other pumpkins. I don't know yet if it's pollinated. You will know I would say you would know in about 3 days. If it doesn't get any bigger, then just cut it off because it'll just shrivel up and fall off the vine down the road. And then it'll be a waste just to keep it on there because there's water flowing in there. So we'll cut this off. We'll cut this off right here. And we'll leave that new one that's coming out. So you'll have 2 pumpkins on this vine, and that's it.
Okay, so there's nothing
And
down
any
there?
other any other orange flower, any other female flower, it's kind of sad, and we hate to do it because we want to pollinate everything. But you only want 1 or 2 on the vine.
Okay.
And that way all the energy from all the leaves are gonna do all the photosynthesis during the day, and then the pumpkins will grow at night. We really want to unscrew this. You probably could screw it back, and then just kind of build up a little mound and just have like a little ramp of soil that just goes around over here.
Okay.
If you really want it to be successful. Because if the taproots don't go into the ground, you're gonna lose energy and nutrients. This pumpkin is gonna make the vine break right over here because it's where the location of it, it's like right at the end. So the pumpkin doesn't even have anywhere to sit.
And we can't turn it around?
It's a little bit too late. When the vines were growing, we could train the vines to go in certain directions by putting in stakes.
Okay.
It's too late because
Okay.
if you push it too much, you'll break the vine and the story's over. Now, the other thing I want to mention to you is you have here, you have primary vines. This is the main line of the vine coming down. You have secondary vines that grow out this way, and that's why you see pumpkin plants, they start to migrate out.
Okay.
And then you have tertiary vines. You want to cut off all the tertiary vines. You only want a primary and a secondary.
Okay.
You have weeds, you got to pull out the weeds. Is that okay if I pull
Oh
this
yeah,
out?
that's a strawberry, but
Okay. Strawberries are in the summer. It is now in the fall. So we'll replant this puppy. Okay. Yeah, you have a little strawberry. It's interesting because this plant is growing in the way where it gets the most sun. So it chose to go this way. Pumpkin plants are pretty smart.
yes.
They go where the sun and the food is, just like me. I think we are looking good. If we can just take this panel off, get a little dirt going around this way. We'll build up a little dirt here with the vine here.
How much further do you think that this vine will go?
Oh, the vine will keep on going. You're gonna have to trim it.
Okay.
You're gonna have to trim it at some point. If you have a little water, we can water this here.
I usually only water right where I planted it and nowhere else.
You should be watering it where, if you have a little flag. See, now that root is covered.
Oh, I understand the little prongs.
See, we just kind of build up a mound
Yes.
into the taproot.
I realize that now. I didn't know what taproots
And
were.
so what's going to happen is these secondary vines are going to start to shoot out tertiary vines. Those can be cut immediately.
Okay.
So all the energy is on the primary vine and the secondary vine.
Okay.
This one that we pollinated is going to be a good one.
I just
mean,
wish
that-
it was like
That
not
was
right
double
there.
pollinated. It was a pollen party.
Yeah.
So that one may just shrivel up and get cut. This one should be cut. And then you have a nice one growing. There was another one. Oh, there's another one.
This
Where was
one?
it? Oh no, it's right here. I'm sorry.
And then
It's right here. So this one's going to be, that's a perfect location because these leaves are going to get huge and it's going to sit right about there, that pumpkin. And it's going to be right in the sun with all the leaves. You can have the taproots coming down.
What if I put like one of those little pools right here, those plastic pools, and fill it with?
The best thing to do is literally put a little guard up here so the soil doesn't get in there. Just put some stakes in the ground and then put a piece of wood, a plank above it, so
Yes.
it doesn't spill into your
I
nice
just don't know
turf.
if my husband's going to want me to put soil on our decomposed granite. He might. I don't
Well,
know.
you can always take the soil up.
Yeah.
You probably need about no more than 8 inches.
Okay.
I mean, you just need enough for
Just
the
a pile.
taproots to come in to get some
Okay.
energy.
So it's just like a temporary. It's just like a temporary
Yeah, it's just,
pile.
this is
of-
just temporary.
Okay.
And this could easily be picked up in the off season. Off season, these will probably by Christmas they'll come out.
Really.
They'll probably be full bloom around end of December, and then January, February, March, and April. Those 4 months will be your off season.
Okay.
So you'll be able to get 2 seasons in Laguna Beach because you get good weather and good sun here.
This is.
Summertime is the best because you're going to get the most sunlight hours, and the more sunlight hours you get, the more energy the plants will absorb the sun and then grow much larger.
So when's the ideal time to plant a pumpkin?
Ideal time is probably at the end of May, middle to end of May, and then you get a solid 4 to 5 months, 120 to 150 days for larger pumpkins. Smaller pumpkins, you probably need 90 to 120. Larger pumpkins, you really need that extra 20 to 30 days. And yeah, I mean, May 15th to September 15th is going to be prime time. You'll pick it at the end of September, and then you'll have a 500 to 1,200 pound pumpkin for Halloween, sitting right there on your beautiful turf.
Nice.
This is most important. Once you get the tap roots and you trim it a little here and there, and you give it good watering, maybe give it a little fertilizer once a week. You can give it pumpkin juice, give it some potassium, grind up some bananas, put some ground up banana peels, like 3 banana peels with a half a banana, put it in a Vitamix, mix it up, and just put it all around the tap roots.
I saw that on your video. That was interesting.
And then what will happen, the potassium will make the pumpkin grow so much larger. Once you're in your last 30 days, you can be really advanced and start milking your pumpkin, which is a whole another process. We don't have to do that, but...
Do you want to tell our viewers where you can go to see all these videos?
You can go to Pumpkin King Laguna on Instagram. You can go to TikTok, Laguna Pumpkin King, and YouTube, Laguna Pumpkin King.
Okay, wonderful.
If you have any questions, people could call me, and we'll help you with the growing process. But you do need space. You need a good, I would say at least 300 to 500 square feet. You can grow big in small places as long as you're fertilized and you get a lot of sun. You need a lot of water, a lot of sun, 300 to 500 square feet. If you have it, you can make it happen.
Wonderful. This is exciting. Thank you so much, Justin.
You're welcome.